only one technique to speak English naturally like a native English speaker, and your English conversation will be fantastic, fabulous, and you will have a flow and fluency in your language, and you will speak English in a marvelous way. I guarantee it, because this technique is very marvelous, and this is the only technique which can have tremendous effect in your communication, and you will speak like a native speaker. Words will flow into your mind, and your mind will be beamed and full with the new words and expressions, and you will express them like a native speaker. You will not have to take any conscious effort to speak English. You will not have to pressurize your brain to speak English in that way. You will not have to organize your brain to speak English, and you will not have to consciously speak English well, because you are like a native speaker speaking English with confidence, with fluency, with freedom, with clarity. Yes, dear audience, welcome to Gul Knowledge Hub. Today, I am going to share one marvelous technique, and which technique I am going to share you is that I belong to a village family. There is no one around me who speak English, who even can understand English. In spite of that, I am speaking English and I am teaching in English, just because that most of the listeners and most of the audience on the YouTube channel, they watch the Urdu content, they watch the Hindi content, and they watch the audios, and they watch the videos in the grammar. They are learning grammar rules. They are focusing on the tenses. They are focusing on the grammar. They are focusing on the rules, and those rules, those grammar, those tenses are taught in mother tongue. When they are taught in the mother tongue and you are not exposed to English level, you can't improve your English. You can learn the rules, you can learn the grammar, you can learn the tenses, you can learn each and everything relating to grammar. But when it comes to speaking, you are at a basic level. You will not improve. How much, and whether you listen tons and tons of videos, whether you watch tons and tons of videos, but they are in your mother tongue, and you have learned grammar, you have learned tenses, you have learned each and everything, you will not be able to speak. For speaking, dear audience, you need to watch and to listen English content, the content which is made in English. Even the rules which are taught should be in English. Even the grammar which is taught to you should be in English. Even the tenses which are taught to you should be in English, so that you can hear, you can listen English, you can watch English. Because by this amalgamation of watching and by listening in English, you can speak English like a native speaker, because words will automatically come to your mind. Words will naturally occur to your mind, and you will not have to have conscious effort to speak in English. This is guaranteed. So the technique which I am going to share in this video is that surround yourself with English. I would say that create English moments. This does not mean that you should force everyone of your family speak in English. Speak in English with me, speak in English with me. This is impossible. You can't force them, because they don't know how to speak. It is only you and you who want to speak in English. And it is you and only you who can surround yourself in English. Now, question is that how to surround yourself with English while living in a mother tongue situation, while living in your own home. How can you surround yourself with English? How can you create great English moments? So, I am going to tell you that you have to listen a lot of English content. Whatever you are listening in your free time, listen in English. You are being taught in grammar, you are being taught grammar, you are being taught tenses, you are being taught rules. Try to watch and listen the videos which are in English. When you are doing your household chore, when you are driving, when you are in any activity, try to listen a lot. In my case, as I am doing my washing, my house of chores, I used to keep on the mobile phone on the side of anything, and I just switch on the mobile and listen the English content. I listen the English news, I listen the English movie, English cartoons voice, I listen the podcast, I listen the motivational videos, each and everything I try to listen in English. And when you all the time listening in English, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. If you are listening all the time and you are focusing yourself with English, will you not be able to speak English? Definitely you will speak English, because words are getting into your brain, because words are assembling into your brain, and because you are obsessing yourself with English. You should obsess yourself with English. Obsess. The meaning of obsess means that you should think in English, you should talk in English, you should walk in English, you should sleep in English. It means that you should not think any other thing rather than English. This is called obsession of something. If you obsess yourself with English, you will definitely speak English. This is the only thing. This is the only thing. You read a lot. You read a lot. If you try to read in English. If you listen in English. If you write down in English. Whatever you do, try to do in English. Whether it is listening, whether it is in written form, whether it is watching the movies, select those videos. There are many YouTube channels who have very good content of English, and they are teaching you in English, and they are talking like real life conversation, like I am talking to you in English. Watch all these videos. By watching all these videos, you will definitely have tremendous change in your personality. Because by ultimately, when you are listening a lot, when you are reading in English, when you are talking in English, when you talk to yourself, talk in English. This is meant by surround yourself with English. Even label the things around you in English. For example, if you have to tell the name of book, call it a book, not kitab or any other thing. If you call a table, call it a table, not maze. So you have to surround yourself with English like this. Label all the things in English. Review the day, how it passed, what happened during the day. Tell to yourself all the things in English about the day. How was your day? Review the day. And before starting the day, you can plan your day in English. You can talk to yourself by standing in front of the mirror. Your plan of today, that I will go to shopping, I will go for grocery, I will go for teaching. What would be my teaching lesson today? What will I teach to you, to the audience today? And what will be my strategy, what will be my techniques? All these things you can plan in English. And at the end of the day, when you are going to rest, when you are going to bed, review the day. What have you done? What happened to you during the day? All your day. Summarize your day in English. This is meant by surround yourself in English. And I guarantee you, this technique really help you to gain confidence to speak English like a native speaker, and you will not have to put an effort to speak in English, because you are listening, because you are thinking in English, because you are talking in English, because you are listening a lot. Listen and listen in English. First is listen and listen in English until you become a listener of English. An English listener. and until the words automatically produce from your mouth, they are not of mother tongue, they are in English. This would be the effect of listening, and this would be the effect of surround yourself with English. This is obsession with English, and this is to obsess with English, that you are now totally engrossed yourself. You remain busy in English. That words that your mouth is producing, the words which your brain is organizing, these are in English, not in your mother tongue. And this would happen to you when there would be a clash of mother tongue and English language. Your English level will be at a higher level because you love your mother tongue. It's not, but it's a need of the art to speak English because you want to communicate the whole world. We love our mother tongue, whatever it is. I love my mother tongue. It's very dear to me. It is very lovable to me, but I want to speak English because I want to communicate, because I want to be a motivational speaker, and I want to teach the students of the world whatever the limited knowledge I have. I want to inspire the women living in their homes, that women can do anything, whatever they want to do. They are not weak, they can do anything. They are strong enough while doing their household chores, they can do anything. So don't be depressed, don't feel anxiety, just follow this technique. Surround yourself, obsess yourself with English. Only then you will be able, and your mouth will produce words that will be in English, and you will be surprised and amazed to see that I am speaking English, and I am speaking English like a native speaker. How fluent I am, because fluency is not learning about grammar, tenses, rule. It is about your personality, it's about your confidence, how much confidence you are, and how that you are not worried about you're making mistakes. Rather, you feel confident that I will achieve each and everything. So stay happy, be happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Let me know what kind of benefit you gain from this video, and please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.